Hi Novi, hi Rusli. We're going to start your balance now, and we've just been talking through what you've been through, and it'll be interesting to see what shows up. I might actually get you face down to start with, Blaise. I'm sort of thinking that, except I need to get him into your energy first, and then I'll flip you over and we'll start with some NOT. Just because of the knee pain and the lower back pain. So there could be, because you're feeling stuck and not able to move forward, perhaps there's some real energy stuck in the kundalini traveling up and down your spine, affecting the way for you to think and move forwards in your life. So we'll get into your energy first. So we took some notes because the printer isn't working. Anyway, technology, fun. Okay. Firstly, now energetically, you know who you are. We've set it all up. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'll apologize for that in advance. I am now 100% Rusli. And hold in, hold out. I am 100% willing and able to be helped during this session. Hold. I am willing to let go of old traumas. Hold. Beautiful. Okay. So let me just ask, is the body better off starting face down or face up? So face down. Okay. Okay. Okay, so instantly the left side of the body is out of balance. There's a real sacrum twisting going on that's impacting on the atlas on the left side of your body. So that'll be pulling here, and it'll be stopping your head from being able to easily sit on the top of your neck. So just with the breath, breathe in and out, and breathe in and out, and breathe in and out. Okay, so in relation to loss, okay, so loss is actually pulling that out of whack again. Okay, so in relation to loss, breathe in and out, and breathe in and out, and breathe in and out. Loss is one of those things that can set up our ego defense mechanisms quite strongly, because when we feel vulnerable, when we've lost something that we love, we don't want to feel vulnerable again. So therefore we can put up boundaries and all sorts of things that stop us from going into that space again. In relation to loss. That's better. Okay. Can I just use your lat dorsi, Blaise? Okay. Hold in for me. Hold in for me. Yeah, okay. Hold in for me. Hold in for me. Yeah. So it's saying that the lower back is linked in with the energy that we're going to be working through here. So it is worth doing. So firstly, let's check this side. Hold. 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 So in the clear, it's saying, you know, that it's strong and energized and working well. So let's just check a couple of the things that we've got here. So in relation to rage, anger, frustration. They're my words, not Novi's. But anytime we're easy to anger, quite often there's a real something going on in the background. So in relation to rage, anger, frustration. And hold. Okay. Because anger's about protection. Anger's about standing your ground, and it's about feeling in control and powerful. So when we are feeling angry, sometimes we don't even know what it's about. We can have a trigger that we weren't even aware was there, and all of a sudden we're angry, and 6 hours later we think, what the heck was that about? So anger's one of those things that can definitely come and go, and sometimes we have no idea what the cause was. But quite often it can be fear of loss of control, or fear of not being right, or fear of being wrong, or fear of something can drive the anger, so that we then have to stand up for ourselves, and sometimes anger is the only way we can do that. Okay, so in relation to rage, anger, frustration. And hold. So sluggishness, once again, in relation to Kundalini, that's about our vital energy. In relation to sluggishness and feeling stuck. And hold. Okay. I feel in control of my life. I am willing to move forward. I no longer feel sluggish and stuck. In relation to sluggishness and feeling stuck. Hold. So the allergies, sinus, there's actually some points on the spine that can do with allergies. So once again, when these are out of whack, that can mess with our immune system. So we'll just check a couple of those. Hold up for me. Yeah, no. Hold. 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 No. So none of those are working optimally. Okay, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And hold, 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 hold. Beautiful. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I'll check in relation to the loss of your dad, because it wasn't just about the loss of your dad. It's around everything associated with that, having to work overseas to help pay for his medical bills, and then, not being able to see him when he died. Like, all that is absolutely massive. So you can imagine it's not just about the loss of your dad, it's around everything surrounding that, and having to build yourself back up from the ground up afterwards. So in relation to the loss of your father. And hold, yeah. In relation to the loss of your father. And maybe this is coming up for you again at the moment, because so many people around the world are losing loved ones, and they can't actually go to the funerals and grieve with their relatives. Like, it's a traumatic, interesting space we're going to be at in 3, 6, 9, 12 months, when people finally get to catch up and have these ceremonies for the people they love. Okay, in relation to the loss of your father. Hold. Okay, just let me. There's a flower essence showing up in relation to the loss of your father. Yeah, okay. And it's sundew. Sundew is, and I'll give some to you when we turn you over, but sundew is about, because something so big and traumatic's happened, it stopped the brain from thinking clearly, so it ends up messing with the frontal cortex. So that, and once again, if your Kundalini isn't working well, then basically your brain isn't getting bathed all day, every day, so it's missing out on that energy that it needs, so that you can function and think and move forward on in your life and release old stuff that's holding us back. So in relation to any and all effects, any and all other residual issues around the loss of your father. And hold. Yeah, there's something else in there. Any and all residual effects of the loss of your father. Hold. Beautiful. Okay, next thing I'm going to check is the tailbone, because this is one that really messes with the energy going up and down the spine. Okay, hold. Yeah. So when the tailbone is jammed, which it is, you can actually do like tailbone rocking, you know, sort of lying on your back and sort of having your knees bent up and then sort of rocking from side to side to really just loosen the muscles either side of the tailbone. It can be a really beneficial thing to sort of just keep the energy flowing up and down your spinal cord. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And hold. Hold. Okay. So this is the sphenoid bone. I don't know whether you get headaches, but when the sphenoid, 5 out of 6 of the eye muscles attached to the sphenoid bone. So, sorry, I just touched my face. So when our sphenoid bone gets jammed, there's a couple of things that can happen. So our sphenoid can be descended. That can actually be pressing on the 2 hemispheres of the brain, so we're not thinking logically or clearly. So it sort of can impact on the way we think, the way we problem solve, all sorts of things like that. So with the sphenoid bone, eyes open, eyes closed, it's dark, eyes open. Eyes open, eyes closed, it's dark, eyes open. But when the sphenoid bone gets jammed, people can get more headaches or just feel vague and disconnected. I'm going to check the jaw now. And hold, yeah. Eyes open, eyes closed, it's dark, eyes open. Eyes open, eyes closed, it's dark, eyes open. Just sort of, we store stress in our right jaw and defensiveness in our left jaw. So I'm just sort of stacking those in a bit deeper rather than just touching them. And hold, yeah. So that's quite a mess at the moment as well. So the body's feeling stress and then getting defensive and holding. Once again, it's about protection. It's an ego defense mechanism. Eyes open, eyes closed, it's dark, eyes open. Eyes open, eyes closed, it's dark, eyes open. And hold, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so I'll check the centering mechanisms, ischial tuberosities, and hold. And hold. So they're saying they're okay. Hold. In relation to feelings of loss. Hold. Yeah. So feelings of loss throw your centering mechanisms out, which means, and I've always wondered, I don't know why the body unlocks centering mechanisms. It doesn't feel, and the only thing I can think of is that in that moment 10,000 years ago when we had to fight the bear or fight the tiger, you just wanted to be able to move at the speed of light and do whatever you had to do to survive. So maybe it just wasn't as important to be able to walk, and, you know, it was more about running and climbing and dodging and that sort of thing. I don't know, but it regularly switches off with stress. Fear of loss. And hold. Yeah, and because there's that real energy of like a poverty consciousness, you know, you had to work really hard to help pay your dad's medical bills, and then you didn't see him when he was gone. And as a child, it was just so hard just to pay the bills and have what you needed. So that can set up a poverty consciousness in the brain where our brain expects us never to have anything. So we'll just see if that's there, because you need to release that to be able to move on. So in relation to any and all feelings of poverty consciousness, hold. In relation to any and all poverty consciousness in the genes, hold. Up. in relation to poverty consciousness stopping you from moving on. Hold. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going in, Blaise. Yeah, so Rosalie, so these are the points. So it's at the base of the skull and the ischial tuberosities. Eyes open, eyes closed. It's dark, eyes open in relation to any and all feelings of poverty consciousness. And hold. Okay, good. So done. Oh, okay, so the spinal respiratory fault, this little area through here. And hold. So that can set up anxiety, and fear and anxiety can, of course, feed anger as well. So when this gets compressed, it often makes us feel our heart. We don't like that feeling because, you know, subconsciously our brain knows something's wrong if we're feeling anxious or stressed. And hold. Any and all feelings of loss. And hold. Yeah. Any and all feelings of loss. Yeah, because I also think, what did you lose having to go and work overseas, helping to pay your dad's medical bills? You know, we all give so much for our family. And sometimes it just creates real trauma that doesn't heal. Feelings of loss. And hold. Any and all connection to poverty consciousness. And hold. Oh, not so bad, but a bit there. Any and all connections to poverty consciousness. I release any and all need to be in poverty. I choose my way forward in life. I understand that I create my own reality. And hold. Beautiful. I say okay, so cardiac back, hold. In relation to any and all stresses, hold. No, that one's fine. Hold. Oh, okay. Hold. Okay, so that one, it's a really crude test, and I recheck it and do more stuff turning over, of course. But it's about the body being locked into a gate. So what happens when the body is locked into a gate is that eventually we end up with spinal curvature, scoliosis, that sort of thing. So it's showing up on the right. And if you're right-handed, it means the right, these muscles through here, they're too tight. So it will be tight here and here, and this will be loose. So it's sort of like a running or fighting response. And hold. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. I think I'm ready to turn you over. So, here's your pillow. Okay, so let's check. So once again, because we've turned over, just confirm I am now 100% Rosalie. Hold in, hold out, just confirming. Okay, so because the right-sided scoliosis or gait showed up face down, we'll just check where the feet are at here. So, okay, so it's certainly the right side that's tighter than the left here. The toes are higher by about 2 inches on the right. Yeah, and now let's stretch the arms above the head, fingers outstretched. Oh yeah, And that's out by about 2 inches as well. Which means, yeah, so it's out by quite a while. So the body's twisted. But that's because of fight and flight. That's because the body's like, energetically, it's already out the door. It's all ready to, you know, it's just ready for something. Okay, so what's most important for this body? Do we need to do more work on the jaw, the anterior atlas, cranial injuries? Celestial circuit first up. Okay. And hold. No. So I'll see whether it's in first, second or third stage stress. And hold. Right. So it's exhaustion of your celestial circuit, which means, and this is to do with your core sense of self. So if you were that dude in the family who was helping with the medical expenses, you know, and working overseas and working hard and all of that sort of thing, and then it's sort of held you back ever since because of the loss of your dad and not being able to energetically move forward because you're feeling really stuck. Who are you now? Like, I'm thinking, where is your core sense of self? If you're not working overseas and making money and helping the family, then that will really be messing with who you believe you are in your soul. It'll just be messing with you. So yeah, right, it's quite a way out as well. It's on the right side, so it's the masculine side, which is about doing. You know, you're really standing in that, I want to be doing, I want to be supporting, I want to be, you know, you want to be out there catching the damn buffalo, because that's what guys were on the planet to do. Not being sexist or anything, but let's face it, you know, dudes are the biggest species.
On average.
On average. On average. Yeah, so we need to bring that center of gravity back home. That's the center of gravity at the moment, and it's nowhere near it energetically.
What's that kickboxer chick name? Like Rousey or something?
Oh, no idea.
Yeah, obviously she could beat the hell out of me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They're a noodle
Like
man
those-
and they're a buff women.
Those tennis players having that huge fight 6 months a year ago. Yeah, don't poke the bear. Yeah.
I think we won out on the hormones that
Yeah.
that are useful.
Oh, testosterone's a powerful hormone, absolutely.
Yeah, SMBC Theatre, they did a video some time ago, a skit about, you know, man and woman. They're in some sort of heavenly space, sort of deciding what traits they get to have.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, talking about body parts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let me go back and recheck. So it was in exhaustion. We'll see where it's at now. So third stage stress. And hold. Okay. Oh, sorry. So it locked. Let's see whether it is balanced or whether it's in second stage stress. Hold. Ah, so it's in second stage stress. Okay. A lock isn't always 100% perfect. A lock can be over-facilitated, overworking. Okay, where do we need to go? ESR, oscillation chakra, essence, cranial, chickies, tuning fork, something else. Do we need to go conscious brain? We do. CC, trust, OC, response. Okay. So anger and depression are very much linked. This is linking in with, because you can't see the way forward, it's messing with your serotonin and dopamine levels, which the brain loves in order to feel, when we're doing something new and we enjoy it, that's a serotonin and dopamine kicking in the brain, making us feel, woohoo, this is fantastic. So the celestial circuit, because it's been jammed for so long and your sense of self isn't really 100% there at the moment, the brain just feels a bit depressed. And depression and anger are very much linked in with each other. So this is the frontal cortex. Hold. Not a lot of energy going on. Yeah, the pleasure reward center's being switched off in the amygdala there. Sometimes the brain will do that deliberately too. So now we aren't even in survival stuff yet, but when the brain is in survival, it's all about instinct. It's all about surviving this moment in time when otherwise I will die. So it's not important for your brain to have frontal cortex activity when we are in survival, because the frontal cortex, it's problem solving. If we're about to get eaten by a tiger, we do not want to get out our paper and write down a pro and con list. We sort of... So, yeah. And hold. Beautiful. Okay, now let's go back and recheck the celestial circuit again. And hold. Beautiful. Okay, back in a minute.